natural disaster, national unsung hero, words in the rafters, belly on the floor, never asked for nothing, but you got it just the same, coming out of everywhere, mumbling God's name. Ambrosia drunk, chasing down that line, sitting on purpose, losing your mind. Well, I guess you heard there's no more poets. I guess you heard there's no more gold. I guess you heard the whispering pine. I guess you heard it's cold, ambrosia drunk, chasing down that line, sitting on purpose, losing your mind. That's all. Yeah, you're gonna save America. You're gonna wipe clean her eyes, but you're damn near hysterical when it comes to between her thighs. All we need is water, you say, as you go for a drive, but you're looking for lightning to keep you alive. Ambrosia drunk, chasing down that line, sitting on purpose, losing your mind. That's all. I'm back in my body, back behind my eyes. I'm back in control, I'm ready to drive. Back behind the wheel, are you ready to ride off into a field off road, into the night, into the night, into the night. finished your cup. Well, I'm just back from hell, hell, I'll pick you up. Let go your hand here, I'll hold on tight. The light is a trick, let's go into the night. Into the night. Into the night. Into the night. It's still in the corner, it's still in the park, it's still in the morning, it's still where you are. It's still up your alley, it's still out of sight. It's still now, shall we? Yes, into the night. Into the night. Into the night. Into the night. I'm back in my body, back behind my eyes. I'm back in control, I'm ready to drive. Back behind the wheel, are you ready to ride off into a field of road? Into the night. Into the night. Into the night. Into the night. Man, I tell you what, this new way of grabbing these animations is my new favorite thing. That is so fun. It's just smooth. It's just so smooth. Welcome to the show. Hi, Nathan Moore here at your service. I work for you. It's Thursday night in America. I'm still up. What's going on out there? I don't normally come up with necessarily like ideas for shows, although, you know, it's all a work in progress. It's a process. It's all a process. Never know where we're going. Oh, look, my hair. ABC said, be sure to check my hair. I think they meant, you know, to do it before the show, but you know, you gotta roll with it. Baby steps. Happy trash night. It is trash night. I already took the trash out, which is great. A lot of times I don't do it, and it's sort of weighing on me, and I'm trying to think of things, and you know, it's put out a lot of energy during the show, and then you go off air, and you're like, oh right, the trash. But now I don't have that. I don't have to save myself for that at all. I'm good. But I did actually, you know, for the heck of it, put up an ad a few hours ago saying, all right, tonight's show has an idea behind it that we're going to take a stroll through my graveyard. As many of you know, I've written a lot of bad songs over the years. Probably, I'm not sure what my batting average is, but for every 5 songs, you know, one of them might make it into the repertoire on the long run. I look back through, you know, there's just certain, when you look at them all together in a list, it's just so funny. Like the ones jumping out, they're like definitely standards. Like, yep, always play that song. You never forget it. You know it. That's one true test. Do you completely remember the whole thing almost immediately? Not always the case. I mean, if you see me on here, a lot of times you can see that I'll debut a new song and I'll need the book open, or I'll need or I'll forget the words. I can't remember it. Like sometimes that's as you get older, it's less true, but at the same time, sometimes that's a good test of what a song's got going on. If you immediately remember all of it, then you're like, oh, okay, so it's sort of singular like that. It's a whole thing. But at this point, I guess maybe every step along the way, for every song that I've written that I want to say I'm proud of, maybe that's appropriate. There's I feel for these other songs is my only hesitation. I don't want to they're each song is my child, and in some way, I mean, it's hard to say you love them all the same though, because there's been some that really, like, if I'm honest, I don't think I really wrote really a good song until I was like 25 years old, and I became a songwriter when I was like 14 or 15. But for 10 years there, I was writing terrible songs that I would not really repeat. I don't think I ever do. I don't think I have any songs from the first 10 years of my existence that I would repeat, which is pretty phenomenal. Now, the weird thing, a lot of times I talk about how I've seen a lot of people I know would write really great songs, except for one fatal flaw they have, is that they have too good a taste, and they're not willing to write enough bad songs to write the ones they really should write. They get hung up. They write a bad song, and they're like, I can't write songs. I'm like, oh my God, you could write amazing songs, but you have to write like hundreds of bad songs first. And I mean, it's frustrating because that's not true for everybody. Everybody's got their own style. Everybody's got their own process. So I was talking to Willie T. Taylor the other night on the show, and it's true. I've watched him work for years now, and he doesn't do that. He doesn't write 5 songs for every golden nugget. When a song idea comes to him, he loves that idea into existence, and each one is a carved masterpiece, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I've witnessed. So everybody's got their own process. Me, on the other hand, I've got just dead bodies behind me. I've got overflowing graveyards of songs that died on the operating table, or a lot of songs were sung once and just didn't. I couldn't. I mean, that was always the test. You play the song live and see what happens. See, it's like a comedian trying out jokes. Did it get a laugh? Did it get a laugh or not? And a lot of songs didn't get a laugh, so they were never told again. There's been, on occasion, there was one song. I remember one time. This was a while ago now, but I do remember going through this stack of CDs. You burned CDs, especially back in the day. A lot of burning CDs when you're recording music. I was going through a stack of these CDs and just seeing what was on them, songs I'd forgotten about. And all of a sudden, this song came on. I had no recollection whatsoever writing it. But I listened to it, and I was like, that's not really a bad song. And that song was So Close to Dreams, and became one of my most popular songs ever, which is sort of fascinating because for a few years it was just sitting on that CD. I wrote it, recorded it, burned it on CD, and never sang it again until I found it years later. No recollection writing it. And so that's why I like to go through the graveyard from time to time. A lot of times you'll find in graveyard songs a line that appears in a more well-known song. So that happens.
There was one. I sat down at the piano right before the show, and I was like, "What graveyard song?" For the most part, my graveyard songs. One of the reasons, some of them end up in the graveyard for sad reasons. There's a few. Hey, Goombay, welcome to the show. I guess I don't see the chat popping up on the cast. Is it not working? Do I need to fix that? Here, wait. Let me try something. Nah, we'll see if that does it. We'll see if that does it. What was I about to say? All right. One way that they get Jerry Seinfeld's new book is called "Is This Anything?", which is what comics ask each other when they're trying out new jokes. Wow, see, that's is this anything? Exactly. And you try out that song, Emily, welcome. You try out the song just like a new joke. Is this anything? That's a great way of putting it. And so often the answer that comes back is a resounding, I'm not sure that's something. But some songs are perfectly good songs, and they end up in the graveyard because for a variety of reasons. But the first one I was just thinking of was open tunings, some weird tuning that just made it impractical when you got out there on the road to play, and then you didn't play it for a while, and then you go back and you're like, what was that tuning? And then if you're playing in open tunings, 9 out of 10 times, you're not playing any traditional chords. So if you're in an open tuning on a guitar, and you're not playing traditional chords anymore, so you're not remembering chords. So it's always this. But the thing that makes those songs so cool is like they're in an open tuning and they're not using real chords, so it's different. I've had so many. It's been a while, but I used to have a lot of open tuning phases, and a lot of those songs sadly got sort of forgotten about because when I would be on stage, there's no way I'm going to sit up there for as long as it takes me to tune it to Dad Fad or something. Some songs end up in the graveyard because they're too hard to play or too hard to remember. Too many weird chords. I'm like, gosh, and I'll hear it back and I'll be like, hang on, that's good. And then I'll spend an hour figuring it out again. There was one song I wrote that I could not for the life of me figure it out from listening to it. Well, it's too soon to tell, Wendy. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's such a brand new song. But there was this one song I heard in a stroll through the graveyard, and I was like, that's a cool, I actually really like that song. I want to play that. So I grabbed my guitar and started trying to play it, and I couldn't figure out my own song. I was just like, what am I doing right there? What am I actually went through like hours of Hippie Fiasco footage because I knew there was one show that I played the song at, and I went back through I found that night in the Hippie Fiasco footage and found that song and like studied my fingers to learn how to. Needless to say, I can't play you that song right now because it's been too long and it's hard. It's weird. It has all these weird things in it. So sometimes, things that make songs special in a ways, it relegates them to a forgotten graveyard. So that's where I'm at. And with that, like a lot of these, if we do good, and I work for you. This is just my idea for a show. I'm not committed to it. Whatever. If we come to a fork in the road and decide to go right instead of left, then so be it. But for the moment, we have a little bit of a theme. This little stroll through the graveyard, and I was trying to. I sat down at the piano right before the show, and I was like, what would be like a graveyard song? And just my fingers just started playing that freedom feeling. I remember when I wrote it, I heard Beach Boys harmonies in my head and all this stuff. Because, that's, I guess I'll say just a little bit more. I need Baba playing the piano music while I ramble. But, wait, what was I about? I just thought of two things to say and then just forgot both of them while I lit up that cigarette. What did I just say? Ziggy! Welcome to the show. No, I'm not even going to think of it. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Like, see, at the time when a song, it's they almost, in a way that always feels the same. You're just like, oh, cool, this is a song coming, and you just go with it, and you just write it. And I don't completely understand it. It's either magical or the brain is magical or something weird, But it's just we could talk about it for hours and we'd be right back here. So we might as well just move on. Where songs come from. But when they come, they do sort of come particular, and there it is, and there's the song, and a lot of times I'll be making I've put hours and hours into demos, no matter how good the song is. I'm doing this. I got my song, got my instruments. Let's record this. That's just it's just what we do. And so they're a lot their dreams are just as big as any of the others when they come out. Some of them, there's imagined production. Like I heard the Beach Boys and that freedom feeling. I don't know what I was thinking, but then I was my brain also went to that back to that idea that I really don't think I really wrote a good song until I was 25. Now that's like 10 years of being out there in the world singing bad songs. And I still, to this day, would not be able to play any of those songs for the most part. Until I was 24, 25, I started to get a little simpler. I had all kinds of misconceptions, and I didn't know how to write songs, and I loved everything. Problem, with our generations is we had all that came before us, like when Bob Dylan burst on the scene, he had like Woody Guthrie back there. He had some really good music, but rock and roll and all that kind of stuff was just starting out. They didn't have like David Bowie and Led Zeppelin and Mr. Bungle or Tom Waits or they didn't have all that in their system. I was I was a teenager when the video killed the radio star. I had a lot to figure out. I wanted to be all of it. I wanted to do all of that. I had no idea who I was. I just wanted to do all of it. I wanted to be Sid Vicious. I wanted to be Joni Mitchell. How old was I when I wrote my first song, Honey Hive asked. I think like there was when I was 9, 9 or 10, my mom went into the National Guard or something like that, and I wrote her a poem, but it was really in verses with rhymes. I got my first guitar at like 12 or 13, and I think I wrote my first song at 14 or 15. Maybe, we'll say 14. I'm only guessing. Actually, though, I have it. I search this thing? Oh, just here we go. My first recording. My friend's brother helped me do it.
Sitting here playing pocket pool, I got one cigarette left. Well, I'd be willing to roll that dime if you'd be willing to make a bet. Some say life is for losers. Well, I'm a loser, so where's my life? Or maybe it's down at the 5 and dime, but death's at the hand of this knife. But don't try to save me, and don't try to save me. I'll be alright. Time is like that bottom of drink, so backwash, not so great. Well, if that white rabbit hadn't bought him a watch, then that sucker, he'd never be late. I don't understand you, I don't think you understand me. The day we understand each other is the day my life's history. But don't try to save me, don't try to save me. I'll be alright.
I've just been basically writing the same song over and over again my entire life. There it is, David Lott. That's not me. It's my friend's older brother.
Don't try to save me, don't try to save me. I'll be alright. But I ain't got no closets, I ain't got nothing to hide. If you wanna know what I got, well, it'll be sitting right outside. 'Cause I'm at that point right now where I just don't give a damn. Well, people scream they hate Nathan, well, I scream that's who I am. But don't try to save
People scream they hate Nathan.
Don't try to save me. I'll be alright.
Yeah. Oh, classic. Don't try to save me. Yeah. It's funny, when I got to college, my first little record label that I made was making little cassettes and stuff was F But F Productions, which stood for F'd But Fine. So punk. It was so hardcore. But it's pretty funny. I've maintained I found my themes early on, and then it'll just been elaborating on them in some weird way. I don't know if I can listen to all this, but I recorded one other song that day. The Music Man.
Under the white hot spotlight, a man is supposed to sing a song. 45s play on to this restless crowd as napkins become toys, Jesus shrouds. The mic it stands the stage alone.
Where's the music man?
Where's that that music man?
Yeah. Where's that music, man? American Night Owl. I fell in my trap again. So there are some graveyard songs that I do actually remember how to play. They just, they're in the graveyard because they never on a record. They never really get played regularly. Some are just so simple it's impossible to forget them. And some I liked enough when they came that I'll partially never forget them. All right, the Beach Boys. That's what I heard in my head when I wrote this.
Each time I hit that stretch of road, I know I made it home. Even though there's still a ways to go, I can get there with my eyes closed. Leave the sleepy town behind, me and that road unwind. Turn the radio up high and fly. I get that freedom feeling. I get that freedom feeling. There's cameras on the traffic lights, police on every other street. The cops don't break up bar fights, they only bring the heat. Love may have lost her innocence, but still I look for her each night, hoping love might make some sense, knowing love makes all things right. I get that freedom feeling. 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 Each time I play my old guitar, each time I'm on that stretch of road, each time I think I've gone too far, each time I make it home, each time I am like a child, each time I am mystified, each time I am with my friends, each time I'm alone, amen. I get that freedom feeling. I think I played that song once live, maybe twice.
I need a couple of lines. So if I hum a line, that's the line I'm looking for. If you have any good ideas, let me know. You're probably thinking I've forgotten all about you, but that's not true. That's not true at all. You're just too far for for me to hold on to. And me, I've been too lonely to call. You know, hope sometimes can drive me crazy. I'd rather be angry or marching off to war. Waiting, it's soft in the moonlight, but it's hard as a concrete floor. And I just don't need another reason right now to feel like something's not here. If any more things wind up gone, I think I might just disappear. You're probably thinking I've forgotten all about you, but that's not true. No, that's not true at all. You're just too far for me to hold on to. And me, I've been too lonely to call. I still got your picture in my wallet, and sometimes I swear I hear you say my name. Got your number in my phone, but I can't call it. Be like the sunshine calling the rain, or the sunshine getting a call from the rain. It wouldn't be fair to expect you to ease my pain. Oh, the right line will make me happy. I just I don't need another reason right now to feel like something's not here. If one more thing winds up gone, I think I might just disappear.
American Night Out.
Well, hello! You are watching a show on the Hippie Fiasco Rides Again network, which pretty much makes you one of the coolest people on the planet. On Tuesday and Thursday nights, we have American Night Owl with Nathan Moore. It comes on at 1:30 in the morning on the East Coast. That's 10:30 at night on the West Coast. And it's really cool. On Thursdays at 8, we have OK Google It with Mr. Moore. That's Nathan's dad. It's really fun. It's a trivia game show that you can play from home. The first right answer in the chat gets the points, and the winner wins some Taos Hum hot sauce. It is so much fun. You gotta check that out. And then on Friday nights at 11:30, we have the Whole Other performing live right here on the channel. Lex Park and Nathan Moore do long exploratory versions of Nathan's songs, and it's pretty much unbelievable. You really gotta check it out. That's the lineup so far, but I'm sure new shows will be added in the future. Be sure to click subscribe to the Hippie Fiasco Rides Again channel on YouTube, and click that bell so you get notified whenever there's a show.
It's just like my mom said today. It's not the end of the world.
Is that what she said today?
He said that today. Yeah, that was today's quote. I try to get a quote out of her every day. And that was today's pronouncement about something I was complaining about. And he put it in perspective for me.
It's not the end of the world.
So,
I got to write that down.
End of the
I should
world.
write that song tonight. It's not the end of the world.
I think you should.
That's the song that should be written today.
I think you're exactly right. It came out of nowhere.
I've forgotten how it feels to touch. Lately I've remembered too much. Now as winter quickly tightens the bind and the only open window is online, I keep seeing such good people in such situations, in such great pain. Sometimes I have to remind myself what my grandma would say. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Boarded up storefronts, more storms on the way. Not for the wind, not for the rain, but for fear of a friend who might be lost in despair. Everything happens every day somewhere. And when it's your house that's burning down, it seems like it's all gone up in flames. Sometimes I have to remind myself what my grandma would say. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Hard to tell from here who'll be there when the dust settles, when we clear the air. All my friends are lunatics, so they'll probably survive. They'll probably be glad to be alive. That's what happened on the Titanic. On the Titanic, the musicians played. And sometimes I have to remind myself what my grandma would say. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Oh, it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that one's, that one is still too new, too soon to tell. American Night Owl. We'll see. We'll see if we're singing that one still in the future. Maybe, hopefully not. Who knows? I can't tell if there's a timeless aspect to it or not, because it's so relevant. Sometimes that'll a lot. When I was going through the graveyard earlier today, or after I thought of this idea, I realized that some songs are in the graveyard because they were topical. They were so topical. Like this song is about. I'm not gonna. I wrote songs about different presidents, different people, different specific things that would just not seem the same. All the day they put Tommy Chong in prison. Well, I guess you could sing that's timeless. But I did find a couple that were completely dated by historical references. They were just completely 100% about the moment. I'll take 3 Obamas, please. I'll take 3 Obamas, please. I'll take 3 Obamas, 3 Obamas, 3 Obamas, please. It's not the end of the world. Did you just request that? We just played it. we just played it. I should try it on piano. So for those of you that were with me Tuesday night, when we did some work on that track, we actually had no solo going into Tuesday night's show. And then we made a solo space and added that accordion to it live on the show, and so I feel like we're invested in this together. Did anything stick out to anybody about the mix? We could do some more work on it. It's definitely a bonsai that needs a little more pruning. Oh, Tom's already sticking it in there for the next show. That's forward thinking. I like that. That's sweet. Goombay, have any magic tricks you gave up on that you should get back to? I'm not even in a magic phase at the moment. That's with the songwriting is the only through that I've ever had. But because songwriting is such a roller coaster, I do dip off into all these other fascinations. Magic has been the longest one, because that started actually before music for me, because when I was a little kid I really got into magic, but never really as seriously as when I finally got into music. But there was a little while there. But so magic has always been there. But I was thinking about myself the other day, and it's just this weird sort of like the reason I have all these instruments and stuff. Like when I got the banjo, there was a couple of months there where I was convinced I was put on this earth to play the banjo. I was like, this is it. This is like the thing I've been missing. I was writing songs on it. I'm in no hurry to get to heaven. Ain't about to go there now. Sugar and salt. I was sugar and salt with that banjo. But eventually that sort of faded away. And when I got the clarinet, there was a good 2-3 months there. I was like, holy moly, that's my calling. I finally found my purpose. I was supposed to play clarinet. This makes so much sense. I found it. When I got that piano, there was a good 6 months where I was like, I'm supposed to play all my songs on piano. This is like the perfect canvas for these words. I just get really into things, but at the same time, I'll get quickly out of them too. And the next thing you know, I'm off on this other, like, the whole reason I'm here. Really, the only through line is the songwriter thing. Is the deep one. That's the as much as I think I'm gonna be a great chef, like I won't. I'll get really into it for a second. At 50 though, this adds up eventually, because I spent that time with all these different instruments. I spent that time with all these different instruments. It comes out in my soup, is what I'm trying to say. It comes out. I make a really mean stew. It's heavenly. It's heavenly, I tell you. Oh yeah. And see, I'm better at the clarinet now, I think, just slightly, but maybe not as good as I was like 2 years ago. But anybody that was, Swaber, anybody, Wendy, that was with me on Tuesday when we were working on that mix, hearing it now in that format, what have any producer insights? Anything need to be? I still think the It's Not the End of the World needs to have a little bit more. Like it needs to just like really suck in. I'm this stuff I don't really know how to do, but like pop production where it just really just like it just sinks right, sucks right in. I do have a mix up right now of the other new song, the Lie to Me Baby, Lie to Me. I don't know. Maybe we could do something to this mix. I can do a save as, so we can experiment with stuff without worrying about hurting anything. Save as. This has some clarinets in it.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose.
It could, Emily. We could make that happen.
Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
So maybe I should have opened up It's Not the End of the World while we were in the heart of it. I might have jumped the gun there, but we're here now. So anybody hearing anything we should try with that one? I gotta get the music going with that. It sounds good. Double kazoos, you think would be a perfect full circle edition?
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing.
See, there's part of me that wonders about cleaning that up. I enjoyed playing it on piano the other night, and either I was hearing a nylon string guitar instead of the affected steel string, and then I went and grabbed the nylon string guitar, and it had a broken string, and I couldn't find more, so I ordered some strings, and they haven't come yet. So, I mean, I could try it without that string. Sometimes that's the secret. Like, oh, it only has 5 strings. Play those. How'd you think up that part? It seems so counterintuitive. I never would have done it like that. You know, via vase. Hold on.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby.
Oh. Y'all had no way of knowing. I was over on the piano. I had to hear that first. Could you hear the piano? Yeah, maybe we should try a couple ideas with the piano. Gosh, if I was being completely professional, I should probably go cut the heater off. I don't know. It cuts off pretty quick, but I'd have to go all the way upstairs. Is it really worth it to be professional? A true engineer would be horrified. He'd solo this track and be like, what is going on in that room on all these records? Sounds like a heater or something. I have lots of always love the ambient sounds and all. And I have so many recordings on actual records that were recorded in interesting situations, and the background sounds are in there. I don't know. I mean, this heater's been on a lot of tracks, but 9 out of 10 times, if a sound makes it onto the tape, I'm just like, oh my God, isn't that magic? The kids playing, the sirens right then. It's always like right then. How does that happen? Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh, you can hear the car, the crickets, the rain coming down, and it's like, oh, it's so perfect. How did that happen? All right, let me make a little loop here. Cool, I don't have to cut the click on because I can hear enough foot taps to know where I am.
Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain.
All right. Get a little fancy here. Emily, I love, by the way, that you're working on album artwork while listening to the show. The other night, people were making tie-dyes in the disco while Lex and I were jamming, and it was the coolest thing ever. Oh, I think the heater might have gone off. Look at that. Like magic. Thank you, Lord. I'm just adding the GoPro to the Logic show. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. Now what would be really cool is if Logic Remote just works. Ah, looks like it did. Oh, I should cut off the... I need to cut off the effects. Now don't let me forget to switch that back. Or I'll be cursing later. You know what? The heater's still on, just in case. Just in case. I'm gonna run and cut it off real quick. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Cosmic magpie tie-dyes are everything. Tie-dyeing is when you fold, twist, pleat, crumple fabric, bind it with string or rubber bands, then apply dyes. This ancient process is not only alive and thriving today, but has evolved over time. And now, pioneers of the craft, Cosmic Magpie Tie-Dyes is bringing the mind-blowing, beautiful results directly to you. Choose from the brilliant collection of already made masterpieces, each one of a kind. Visit their Etsy store and let the perfect one choose you. You can also send them stuff to tie-dye for you. Any light-colored 100% or high percentage cotton or other natural fibers can be tied and dyed. Go from this to this. Go to Etsy now and visit Cosmic Magpie Tie-Dye and get you yours. It's off. American Night Out. But I might put y'all to work here in a second, because I can't see that control panel and play at the same time. You guys could look at it and tell me what it says. But let's see what we got here.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body.
Said more pedals at once. Hitting 2 pedals. Take off my shoes. I can feel.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
I love how I completely prepared and practiced a part and then changed it completely when the time came. I sort of like that, though. I messed up at the end. I'm going to try that one more time, then we'll listen and see if it's even worth pursuing.
Tell my heart. Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
Okay?
Tell
There was one of these earlier. It had a special feel to it. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Like, one thing I definitely learned working with Brian, just tip of the iceberg, but he would, if you could hit that piano 10 times the exact same chord, exact same timing, everything the same, but one of them has a little special something. And he's got such an ear for that. He's like, oh, bam, that moment, that note.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain.
right, let's hear it without the guitar at all. Let's see what the piano do the lifting. I feel like we just stick a compressor on there.
Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain.
All right, let's just hear what it's doing without the guitar.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my...
Oh, is that this? Hold on. Yeah, okay. What does this sound?
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
Mark, what's up?
Tell my heart it will repair.
Is spookier a good
Tell
thing?
my mind there's nothing there.
Is spookier good or bad? That's the question.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
Let's hear what that sounds like, bringing the guitar in halfway through. Hey there, Saucy.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie.
I mean, to be honest, this was really a scratch guitar to begin with. It might work, and it has some weird delay on it. Of course, that was just a rough stab at hearing what that sounded like, but it would, if we were gonna do that idea, we'd dial it in, fade it in, or whatever. But you want to step on the keys and make some sound? Should I cut on the volume for you? Go ahead, you can play that piano if you want. Salsa's got a little idea she's cooking up here. She's avoiding the keys. Wow. Hey, yeah.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Tell my heart it will repair.
I told you.
Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my
Oh, you think? Is that what should happen? Is that what
Tell
should
my
happen?
heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there.
I'll bring down this very first guitar part. All right, Salsa. Salsa doesn't never understand that's not just part of the game. Like, okay, cool, I jump up here and you put me down. Let's do it again. It's like, push me again. Push me again.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Do it anyway. Tell my heart. Tell my heart it will repair.
Hold on a second.
Tell my heart it will repair.
I might jump the gun. Bear with me here for a second. Undo, 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 undo. I love my breathing. Just in case. You guys having fun yet?
Tell my
Moody Man.
heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay.
favorite moment, I think, is those guitars scratching coming into the solo section. Tick, 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 right there.
Baby, I know. Do it anyway.
Wendy says, I love this. I was going to try to sleep early for once, but I may be hooked. I know that feeling.
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain.
Liking that.
Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
I feel like we need like a full drum set to come in right there, just like, just like bare bones, full drum set kind of vibe. But that top is feeling way better to me already. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain.
You think?
Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll watch.
All right, second verse is feeling a little stiff to me. Maybe copying that piano doesn't work. Maybe I should play it there, loosen it up a little bit. It's starting to feel a little stiff right there. I don't know what should happen. That first verse is feeling pretty good to me.
Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true.
Maybe a little backwards sizzle there. Let's see, what could we do? I just want to... No. Let's try this one. I'll put it on the shish track. But check this out. right, so we'll reverse that sound. So instead of going, it'll go. Here it is by itself. Like that. Oh, there's a lot of reverb on this channel. That's all right. Maybe that's good. Whoops.
Lie to me, baby, I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they
That's
do.
pretty subtle. It sounded more like a breath than a sucking in.
Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my dreams they do come true.
That's just a subtle little thing. Didn't necessarily change anything. Let's see here.
Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby, I know. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my
So much going on.
anyway. Tell my hands they're growing strong. Tell my sorrow it's long gone. Tell my yesterday, hey, fun. Tell
I should get Lex to put down a bass part on this. Be like, hey, instead of jamming the next song, you want to do some tracking? See how the bass and the kick drum are both sort of pushing in the same frequency zone? We have to trim some out. We have to make sonic space for these guys. They both want to be right, hopping around right around here. Let's bring this guy down over here. We'll make that for the bass. Right around 100.
Lie to me, baby, I know. Do it anyway. Okay.
Boy, this thing needs a lot of help. I was thinking we'd just open it up and do one cool thing, but I got a little bit lost in the weeds. I do admit. Apologize for that. If you have any ideas out there,
Tell my heart it will.
I'm grateful for what we did for the first verse. If that's all we get done tonight,
It will
be a
re-
very productive trash night. It's moodier, and there's something solid about it too.
Will repay. Tell my heart it will repair. Tell my mind there's nothing there. Tell my soul it will remain. Tell my body there's no pain. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway. Tell my dreams they do come true. Tell my fears they're bound to lose. Tell my sins they'll wash away. Tell my faith how I am saved. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
That's our Christmas tree. Earlier today, Pip is in there too. Salsa's as big as the tree. I don't know what's gonna happen with all this. It's a little crazy. Merry Christmas.
Tell my hands they're growing strong. Tell my sorrow it's long gone. Tell my yesterday, hey, fun. Tell tomorrow we're not done. Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
Oh, look at your new knives. Okay, we're taking bets. How long is the tree gonna last? Who will go first? The cats, the lights, the tree. The salsa did chew through one strand of lights. I don't know how dangerous that is. It's scary. It's a wild Christmas. Stay tuned. The Hippie Fiasco Rides Again Network. See who survives this one. It's crazy.
Lie to me, baby. Tell me it'll be okay. Lie to me, baby. I know. Do it anyway.
But then they're all just curled up underneath it, sleeping. I mean, they love it there, you know. It's like it's their special spot. I think we should write a song about cats and Christmas. Christmas for cats. Is Christmas for cats? Cats for cats. Cat Christmas. You know, the once a year when the humans put up toys for them all over the place. All kinds of things for them to knock off the shelf. All kinds of dangling things for them to swat at. All kinds of new things for them to climb. Christmas is for cats. Christmas. Cats love Christmas. Catsmas. I don't know. What's the line? Christmas is for cats. Christmas for cats. Christmas is for feline Mary. There's that piano I copied earlier just in case.
If I should bother dating
Oh, yeah, we're in there now. All bets are off. Christmas stuff is completely allowed from here on out. We're doing this. We're doing this. It's Hippie Fiasco Christmas. Any moments of merriment, Christmas caroling.
American Night Out.
Cats and Christmas trees. 100% allowed. We're in there now. 'Tis the season. Fa la 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 la. Lex and I might just do a 3-hour-long Drummer Boy Friday night. That's tomorrow night. Man, I should go to bed. I'm going to get some rest. We're going to rock out tomorrow night. Game on. Oh, I thought y'all filmed that in England. Apparently the video was flipped horizontally. I just thought it was shot in England. That was fun. That was Mark Shue's contribution to kick off the seasonal festivities here on Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. We're in there now. The tape has been cut. The seal has been broken. We are celebrating Christmas. Cather's really decorated the house beautifully, which is so inspiring, seeing as we can't have any company, but she's still making our home a winter wonderland, a celebration of the season, and the miracle of our existence. Merry Christmas. Nectarines. There's fudge. As of today, I'm a fudgetarian. It's really been working out for me, which is great. It means I don't have to work out. I just eat fudge. I've never felt better. Bring on the COVID. Ever since I discovered this new regimen, I feel invincible. I didn't go ring the bell because I was too afraid. We have rising cases in town, and every year we ring the bell for the Salvation Army, we belugas. And it's the first year I haven't done it in a really long time. It's a little sad, but there's just nothing scarier to me than just standing out there trying to get people to come to you to put money in the tip jar, even though goes to good things, and it's a great community affirmation. It's part of the ritual. Couldn't do it. Looks like this election stuff is getting weirder, huh? It's sort of hard to understand. I guess the Attorney General of Texas is suing 4 other states. I can't believe that these Republicans don't realize that they're going against their whole states' rights idea. One state suing another state because they don't like how they held their election. And then, like, all these other attorney generals, state attorney generals, and congressmen signed off endorsing the thing. Ted Cruz says he's willing to represent it at the Supreme Court. I thought you thought Trump was a pathological liar. Didn't you say that once? Didn't you know the truth once upon a time?
After he joined a dozen others for a private lunch with President Donald Trump at the White House today. Ken Paxton is leading a Supreme Court lawsuit challenging election results in 4 battleground states. KXAN Politics reporter John Engel tells us how those states responded to the lawsuit and why a Central Texas Republican calls it dangerous.
Congressman Chip Roy, once a first assistant to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, calling his former boss's lawsuit a dangerous violation of federalism. It's a challenge of election results in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Michigan that Roy fears would open the door for other states to meddle in Texas's business. Paxton argues last-minute changes to the election during the coronavirus pandemic were unconstitutional and skewed the results.
We hope that the Supreme Court hears it and that they will allow the state legislature then to step in and elect the electors that should have been rightfully elected by the voters but weren't.
Those 4 states filed responses with the Supreme Court on Thursday. Pennsylvania says Texas has added its voice to the cacophony of bogus claims already rejected by federal and state courts. Austin Congressman Lloyd Doggett calls the lawsuit a waste of taxpayer money.
Paxton included no evidence with his lawsuit. It was just another political statement.
And while Senator John Cornyn says he's struggling to understand the theory of the lawsuit, Senator Ted Cruz has agreed to argue the case before the Supreme Court after President Trump made that request Tuesday night. John Engel, KXAN News.
How far we've come.
Hawkins normally leads the state's.
How far we've come.
This morning, Donald Trump went on national television and attacked my father. Donald Trump alleges that my dad was involved in assassinating JFK. Now, let's be clear. This is nuts. This is not a reasonable position. This is just kooky. And while I'm at it, I guess I should go ahead and admit, yes, my dad killed JFK. He is secretly Elvis, and Jimmy Hoffa is buried in his backyard. I'm going to do something I haven't done for the entire campaign. For those of y'all who have traveled with me all across the country, I'm going to tell you what I really think of Donald Trump. This man is a pathological liar. He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth. And in a pattern that I think is straight out of a psychology textbook, his response is to accuse everybody else of lying. He accuses everybody on that debate stage of lying. And it's simply a mindless yell. Whatever he does, he accuses everyone else of doing. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level...
Yep, how far we've come, how far we've come. You could see clearly then, but the rain has come. You could see all obstacles in your way. You know what gets me, though, is this dude that's filing the lawsuit. Now, you know, definitely Hannity makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit, but I was just trying to get my brain around this lawsuit a little bit and found this clip, I think from today or yesterday, of him on Hannity. And the guy that's bringing the suit, that's leading this charge, just look at the look on his face when Hannity cuts to him. I hate to go to that level, and this is not political discourse to say that, but oh my God.
With more now is the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. First of all, look, I've got it all right here.
Well, let's go right to when he cuts to him. He's still got it, but
here with more now is the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. First of all, look, I've got it all right here, highlighted all of it. Read it cover to cover.
Is that not like a Batman villain or something? I mean,
first of all,
am I crazy?
Why you decided to engage in this?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this because somebody watching out there maybe isn't really following this story, and he does a pretty good explanation of what the case is. It's one of the clearest I found to a certain right from the horse's mouth, and I could summarize it, but he does a pretty good job. I'm just going to let this play. Just social service.
Tell us the law and the constitutional principles that are at stake here.
First of all, you did a fantastic job describing our lawsuit. It's really important to my state that my voters be represented. And if other states don't follow the Constitution, and if their state legislature isn't responsible for overseeing their elections, and we have other people who are not under the Constitution supposed to be doing this, it affects my state. And so our job is to make sure that the Constitution's followed and that every vote counts. And in this case, I'm not sure that every vote was counted, not in the right way.
Let's go to the heart of this. Now, number one, let's start at the beginning. Article 3 of the Constitution lists a very small number of categories of cases that the Supreme Court has original jurisdiction. In other words, this does not have to start at a lower court. Explain that in the context of now their response to your suit earlier tonight.
So it's a really important point that you're bringing up. in a state-on-state suit, our only place to go is the U.S. Supreme Court. We can't be heard anywhere else. Other lawsuits start at a district court level, and they have a right to be heard at least once, whether they have a good case or a bad case. So our request is we want to be heard. The only place we can go is the U.S. Supreme Court, and so we're pleading with the U.S. Supreme Court.
See, that I actually found a little informative, the logic behind it anyways, that it does sort of make sense that if one state is suing another state, the Supreme Court is the court that would have to hear that case. Who else could ever see that? But on the other hand, the Republicans leading a charge of states suing other states because they don't like the way they handled their election seems so fundamentally against their states' rights stance that it's pretty freaking amazing.
Please hear our case. Give us a chance at least to argue what we think is right. We want to argue the Constitution.
Okay, now the Supreme Court has opined in the past that it may decline to accept the case, but, you know, as we watched all of this unfold today, look, we had a different possible outcome today, and that is, you know, we were waiting today to see if the court would or would not hear the case, and now we have a briefing schedule, correct?
No, that's a good sign. I really appreciate that the court has asked the other states to respond, so we have a chance, hopefully, after they respond, to go to the court and make our arguments on both sides, and at least let the Supreme Court make a decision on what is the law in this case, a question that they've never answered as it relates to the facts that we're presenting.
This is the point now. This is
God,
where
that's some
you go
gobbly
into
speak.
Very specific detail about Article 2 of the Constitution and how they violated what we call the Electors Clause when executive or judicial officials in states change the rules of elections or governing elections. That is constitutionally as clear and unambiguous as anything in the Constitution, that there is one body that has that constitutional authority, and that would be the state legislatures.
Sean, you make a
Right.
really important point here. It is the responsibility of state legislatures, per the Constitution, to set the rules for election of electors. And in this case, those were overridden in the 4 states we're talking about, were overridden by other officials, whether they were judges or other governmental officials, and that's not the way our Constitution works, and that's the challenge we have in front of the court. Can this be overridden by people who are not responsible under the Constitution for doing this?
Mr. Attorney General, can you explain how the Electors Clause in Georgia, Michigan, PA, and Wisconsin were violated?
Yeah, so in almost all those cases that we have states that allowed mail-in ballots in cases they were not supposed to. They allowed for non-signature verification, which is really important. So when you request a mail-in ballot, you have to sign for that application, and then they'll verify when you send your ballot in on a sleeve of the ballot. Usually they'll verify that signature to ensure that those 2 signatures match. Well, if you just waive those requirements, you have no way to go back and verify that the person that requested the application is the person voting. That's a pretty important thing when in Pennsylvania you go from 233,000 mail-in ballots 4 years ago to 2.5 million, and the difference in the election was only 81,000. That's a very important issue to ignore.
What's fascinating about this suit is at no point do you even have to go to the area of proving fraud, which I think was proven in a lot of these states. That's separate and apart. And,
exactly.
And those cases run independently in a lot of the states we're talking about. But let's talk about the second constitutional violation that you point out in your suit. And actually, you rely on the landmark case of Bush v. Gore, where the Supreme Court held that violated the Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment, and that when one Florida county treated ballots one way, that was, you know, chad, swinging, hanging, perforated, pimpled, and dimpled, and they did it differently from county to county, and voters had the constitutional right to have all ballots in the state of Florida treated equally county to county. Explain how that comes into play in this suit.
Well, I think that explains the wisdom of the Constitution, requiring that a statewide body of legislators make the rules instead of allowing county-by-county distinctions that are different, where people are treated differently in different states. And I think that was part of the genius of what the founders put in place, is making sure that everybody in the state was at least treated the same. In this case, in all 4 states, we have county by county distinctions that treated voters differently, and we therefore have unreliable results, and that's a problem.
You also talk about remedy in the lawsuit, and you're asking the Supreme Court to remand the appointment of electors in these 4 states back to the state legislators. And there's even the McPherson-Blacker case of 1892 that I would argue probably was precedent-setting in this regard as well. Am I right about that?
No, you're absolutely right. And this was traditional in our country. It was not uncommon for legislative bodies to elect their elector. So we're saying, hey, look, the results here, we can't go back and put the genie back in the bottle, because we don't know how to match up signatures anymore because they were separated from the ballot. Since we can't go back and do that, we want to go back to the legislature and let them make a decision, since they were elected by the people of those states.
All right. Mr. Attorney General, fascinating. It's going to be an interesting week to watch, and hope they have the courage. Thank you, sir.
Hope they have the courage. Wow. Man, Hannity's like the worst. What is that? What even is any of that? But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, you know, if there was actually the idea, it just seems so unconservative to think that one state should sue another state. If like the Republicans in one of those states feels like something happened, they could take it up, you know, seek changes within their own state about the things that they did. But one state that's suing another state for the way they handled their election, not even asserting that there was any fraud that actually occurred. Holy moly. All those people signed off on it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But I don't know anything. I don't know about this stuff. It's hard enough to follow it, much less know what the heck I'm following. Oh man, but it doesn't at the same time. Doesn't feel, but it's you know, I read one article that was talking about that it's the reason it has so much support is probably because of how ludicrous it actually is. It gives them a little feeling of wiggle room that they can play along, play to the base, without doing irreparable damage to our budding experiment in democracy, in a republic, not where Texas is suing Pennsylvania because it doesn't like the way it voted. Holy moly. I didn't know what to do with that. Should we go back to the graveyard? American Night Out. Yeah, at the beginning of that, they completely strike me as like Batman villains. We got the traps set up at the pass. They're on their way. Well, I don't know. What do y'all want to do? I might let you go. I'm going to go play my video game. I could take you and make you watch me play my video game. That's what all the kids do on Twitch. Spend hours watching each other play video games. I'm on Twitch. We're on Twitch right now. They're like, why isn't this guy playing a freaking video game? Who is this old loser not playing a video? I can play a video game, punk. I'm almost embarrassed to admit. At the moment, I'm playing a game called Rage 2, which is there's some weird things about it, but there's some really cool things about it too. And I'm just got to get to the end of it. But there's some mechanics about it that I like. It's mostly just a first-person shooter. I also really like Rocket League. That's been one that always sort of comes in and out. It's a game where you play soccer with cars in a dome, and you can drive on the walls, and you play with people online in teams of 2 or 3, and the mechanics of it are pretty amazing, and though. I mean, what some people can do, and it is just unbelievable. I'm not that good. I'm not that good at any of the games, but I can get to the end of a game that sucks me in on just like single person campaign. You know, that I definitely know eventually someday I'm going to legit do the gamer streaming thing, just like they do on Twitch all the time, by bringing the console down here and really wiring it into the show so there's the screen, it's all multi-windowed, and I'm definitely gonna do that. I brought down my old PlayStation to do that a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm just gonna play a video game on the show tonight. We'll just talk while I shoot stuff or jump around or whatever game it is. But I brought everything down here and was ready to hook it up, but I couldn't find the controllers. And then I was like, oh, right. I took them to my brother's bachelor party just in case. 4 people wanted to play some game, and then I left them there. So I had my grandmom sent me the hammock. The good Lord sent the breeze. I'm here to do the swinging. Now who's going to move the trees? That's how I felt. It was like that Shel Silverstein poem down here with my PlayStation and my HDMI cable and my chosen game for the night. Didn't have a controller. Hey, Pip. Pip's the cutest little thing. She was in the top of the tree, though, too. Christmas is for cats. It's a cat's Christmas. We need a title for our cat Christmas song. And any good lines y'all can think of. This will be a work in progress. We'll have it done by Christmas. It'll be our gift to ourselves. Cat's Christmas. And we can start gathering video footage. If you have a cat, film it messing with your Christmas stuff, knocking the elf off the shelf. We need that shot. Who knocked the elf off the shelf? And it's cat's Christmas. Cat Christmas. Christmas is Christmas. Cats. Christmas is for cats. Christmas for cats. Oh, it's a cat's Christmas. Once a year, the people yeah, we're gonna be patient with this one. What's the title? Here, kitty Christmas. Kitty Christmas. Kitty Christmas. Kitty Christmas. Here, kitty, there's a lady to knocking elves off shelves and chewing through lights. There's a tree to climb tonight. Kitty Christmas. Kitty Christmas. Once a year, the people with cheer put stuff through the house for us to. To the tune of Jingle Bell Rock. Kitty cat, meow, meow, meow. Kitty cat, meow, 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 meow. Knocking elves off the shelf. Climbing the Christmas trees and eating the light strings. Everyone knows cats love Christmas tidings. Kitty cat, Christmas meow. Why did you go in there? There's boxes to hop in and paper to hide in. And look, there's a bird in the tree in the living room. What's going on? Is this all for us? How did you read our minds? We wanted a tree inside the house. We wanted blinking strings, wanted blinking lit up vines to swing on. Knocking elves off the shelf, oh my golly. That nutcracker's giving me the eye. Once a year the people fill us with good cheer. Oh, Christmas is for cats. I'm feeling all right. Kitty cat, Christmas meow. All right, that's a start. Somebody write all that. Who's taking dictation? Who's in this meeting? What the hell's going on? We figure it all out. We get lost in the graveyard.
Was the time the truth I didn't know? Was the time I was only just because? That was such a long time ago, oh Lord. That was such a long time ago. I seen a fast lady, oh, I'd chase her so far and wide. I'd ride and ride. That was such a long time ago, oh Lord. That was such a long time ago. Whoa! I'd play it till the sun rose. Now everything's alright. That was just last night. Hey, that's not such a long time ago. You know, that's not such a long time ago. No.
y'all. Thanks for walking through the graveyard. I didn't get scared once. Tomorrow night, 11:30 on the East Coast, 8:30 on the West. Lex Park coming over, Form of the Whole Other. This is me just getting warmed up for that. Oh my gosh, we're getting in our spaceship and we're getting out of here. Meet you there. We'll take you with us, actually. Let's all go together. Meet over here, PBScoville. Come early, hang out in Discord. Pre-party and after party. And of course the party. Friday night get right with the Whole Other tomorrow night right here on Let's Get Right Again. Thank you so very much. Good timing, Keelan. Yes, thank you so much for watching American Night Owl. Nice little stroll through the graveyard. Oh, we'll have to go back there soon. There's just so many graves I didn't get to visit. Small fraction of them. Rest their souls. You know, some of them might rise from the dead. That's what we do. That's what we do. It's in our nature. We rise from the dead. That's what it's all about. Oh man, I forgot that there's so many things on there to talk about. The beginning of everything. How did we become hairless? How did that happen? A hairless mammal. Hairless. How? Why did that happen? We wouldn't have invented clothes first. I don't know. I just don't get it.
That's all, folks.